there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Yakuza 5 extra hard difficulty video walkthrough. This is the finale chapter, and this is final chapter 1, A Legend Returns. So we get to play as the ill-fitting legend that is Kazuma Kiryu, my favourite character in all of the Yakuza games. He moves a little bit differently in this one. I don't know what they did when it came to changing, you know how you move when you're on the world, but you bump into people and it stuns you and makes you flinch. It makes movement really miserable. They fixed that in Zero and Kiwami. It's way better feeling game. But that does not mean that this game does not have merits and it's not fun to play. So what we're doing here is we're going to be checking in on Stardust, checking in on... is it New Serena, I think it's called, the place that's from all the games. And then we're going to be going over here towards this park, and it's going to trigger a fight with Baba, who fights the exact same as he fought before. The only difference now is we have a guy who can Tiger Drop him, and that makes this way different when it comes to combat. So he is Shigeki Baba, and this is a cool fight, this one. He's really, really capable and really fun. He's fast as well, so you need to be careful. You'll notice I'm trying to dodge behind his combo, but he's only doing the jab. He's playing very smart, and every so often I get, wow, that does chip damage. Interesting, I didn't realise that when he has those glowing fists, it goes through your guard. Another reason why the block on this game's a bag of shit, because if you don't have heat, it's going to hurt you. Terrible decision, I think. There we go, get behind him, grab him. Oh, and he broke the grab! He was stunned, goddammit, how dare he. But getting a few kicks, do a normal combo, go for the knockdown. Didn't bounce though, they don't bound as much on this game as they do in the other games. You can't OTG them the same. Oh, bike's in the air. That's how you know it's a good game when the bikes are flying. Kick the bike, Chris. Kick that bike. Oh, here's the counter move. Hate everything about this new mechanic. It worked so much better in Yakuza 3 and 4, or whichever one had it, where you had to do the Kamaki Parry to do that, and it was just a heat technique. None of that stupid quick time event, or you had to have red heat, and you had to do Kamaki Parry. It worked so much better, I think. There's the guard break thing, or the push block. Here he goes with his combo. Get him from behind. He blocked it because he was moving. Oh, baby! Tiger dropped into the wall, into full combo, into ground face scraper. The poor man is dead. But he's done. Now we can continue on with the video. So a really fun fight, that one. You're not going to have too much issue with it. It's tough coming back to this Yakuza because the frame rate's pretty low. I really like the ones on PS4 because they're all really high frame rate, and it makes such a difference. It makes the gameplay way better. It's just pretty to look at, so pretty. But a couple of town thugs want a word with us, so we're going to teach them the conventional way, which involves punishing them with our fists, and I'm going to do the crowd controlling sweep attack, which is the way you should be playing when you play as Kazuma, because it's great for isolating people, stopping them from being able to damage you, and then you can finish them off as they wake up. You can lay that Oki on them. And he kick him in the balls and he's dead. See you later. But wipe the blood off your boots, and then we can proceed back to... Oh, another fight, Jesus. Where did they all come from? How come everybody in this place knows how to fight? Terrible. Knock him into the store. So he blocks the kick, doesn't block the last kick. Normal combo. He blocks it up until a point, doesn't he? There's me chucking him in the bear swing thing. That's a cool one. Am I going to slam him onto him? Yes, I am. Oh, am I going to spin him? Yes, I am. Into the wall, and then stamp on him. Oh, I missed the quick time. Shit, that's not good. I also don't really like the quick time icon in this game. I think it looks way better in the older games. It's good that they gave you the circle to show you what time was up or was left on the button, but I would rather the time just be the button on the screen. Because if the button vanishes, it means you fucked up. And some of those early Yakuza games had really fast quick time events. They're not quite, Resident Evil 4 or Ninja Blade, which is another game notorious for having very fast quick time events. You had to almost predict them, they were that fast. And it makes me wonder, who is that for? Is that for the kid who's got super high reflexes and doesn't realise it, it's just because he's young? Or is that for like the jet pilots who have trained their reflexes to be ridiculous? I have no idea, but I know that I'm getting older, and checkpoints are getting, quick time events are getting harder, and it's just, unfortunately, it's the repercussions of your brain, It does start to slow down as you age. Your reflexes do biologically get worse. It's fact, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean you can't try and sharpen them, and it doesn't mean that you can't still react quite competently. It just means that if you were to get your nephew around, he's going to react faster than you just because. And that's another one of those very humbling moments when you realise that, you know, I feel faster than I've ever felt, but I'm not. And it's one of those humbling aspects of being human, I guess. So we're playing as Tiger Saejima, and I'm going to immediately byline all the way down here so I can go in this restaurant and I can eat some food. Because the one habit you want to get into is to eating food, to build up those bars, to get the extra damage, get the extra spirit, get the extra everything. And of course you get the 2 life bars, which is really useful in a game where you can take a lot of damage but it's small. And people watch these videos and they say things like, well, Yakuza doesn't look very hard, those guys aren't hitting you for any damage. And the reason they don't hit for any damage is because of the way the game works. The game works in such a way that you fight a lot of people, and if each of them was taking off, you know, a quarter of your bar when they touched you, this game would be insanely difficult, and the block isn't good enough to keep you alive. Like, you would have to, every fight would literally be a final boss just to get through it. And I don't know, I don't think that would be as fun. And that's coming from somebody that when I first played these games, I wanted the enemies to do more damage. So it might be a good experiment to see what these games would be like if the damage variable was higher. And that's coming from somebody who plays them with the bloody bindings on, which lowers your defense. You know, I've never worn the best armors, I've never been super defensive in these games, I've been as spongy as possible, and you still take a ton of poundings, so I just don't think it suits this style. Maybe if they refine it, and it becomes really precise, really sharp, every move can be dodged, every sequence of moves can be dodged, and there's no scenarios where you've just got to take damage because you can't move or recover, maybe then. But up until that point, I think they've done a good job of, you know, making it fair. They ruined the fairness by giving you a room of dudes with machine guns, but I don't think they seem to realise just how crappy those fights are when everyone's got guns. Maybe it's just me, but every video I go to where there's a boss that has all the dudes with him with pistols and stuff, nobody likes those encounters. There's nobody who's defending those moments because they're tedious. There's nothing worse than being interrupted, flinched, getting knocked over, getting shot, out of nowhere, off-screen bullshit. It's just not fun. And each of the games has had an area that's been hellacious because of it. Yakuza 5, not so much. Maybe they've learnt the lesson finally. But this is one of the missions that you're going to be undertaking inside the arena. It's a fight against Masato Eizawa. And spoiler alert, guys, this is actually the last boss. So this is good because it's going to give you an idea of how this guy fights. He doesn't have the complete same moveset, I don't think, but he has a very similar one. So if you can learn to Tiger Drop this guy, it's going to benefit you when you fight him later on. So there's his basic 1-2 combo. He can be grabbed, and I'm going to heat action him against the cage, do some good damage. Kick him as he gets up. There's his 1-2 combo again. And now he's kind of knackered because he's been fighting, because this is the gimmick of this fight. You'll notice when he's in that animation, he has an auto recovery, so you can't get behind him. Because I like to get behind people and then chuck them. That's one of the better strategies when you're playing as this dude. I use the hyper armor on the charge attack then to clip him. He catches me and stuns me. Absolutely frustrating when that shit happens. Here's Saejima's super crazy I'm going to kill a man move. I don't know how he does this, because just thinking about it is, you know, that's why we love these games, because they're ridiculous. And wouldn't that break your neck in so many places and all your spine? And yeah, you would probably lose all the vertebrae that you have going from like your sternum to the bottom of your skull. It wouldn't exist anymore. Your brainstem would be tickling your lungs. It's just not a good place to be. So this dude does a lot of the 1-2, and I'm trying to punish it, but I got a failed Tiger Drop just then, so it didn't work. There's me doing the charge move. This is actually a really good move to stop opponents that are running at you. You've got to release it early though, or they'll just running attack. There it was, finally got the timing. See the jab, Tiger Drop the second hit. What a beautiful ending. Thank you for watching. You take care now.